Alright, so I'm starting to think my plan of standing absolutely still and silent until the local flora and fauna accept me as one of their own, and then eventually declare me their god king, has not worked out so far. I mean, it's been 20 seconds. How long is this supposed to take?
Yeah, you need to. I don't know. Maybe you need to make the first move.
Oh, I've got
Ancient
just the
rat.
first move in
I'm your
mind.
god now.
Nope, can't kill it.
Ah.
Alright, well, I've been put in my place.
Well, now I see why they're not accepting us as a god. We can't even smite them.
Yeah, I mean, kind of feels like they might have a point on this one.
Should they
Well,
respect
it's
this?
it's Adventure Brodeo where we go off and do the things like feed a laxative to a giant rock monster. Although that one's pretty specific to this situation.
Because they're an oddly specific intro there for this Brodeo, but fitting. Is exactly what we've got on the cards.
You know, sometimes you've
This
just
adventure.
gotta lay it out there like it is.
I'm excited about it, and I want the watchers and listeners to be excited about it too.
Agreed. Yeah, we left off on a heck of an option for the last quest, and well, we're gonna go feed a rock monster some poop pills and see what happens. Because if there's ever anything that encompasses A&D in the Adventure Brodeo, it's got to be a quest like that.
Yeah, it's very on brand to see this rock monster shit.
Oh, I am Drew Hayes, author. I mean, I guess also podcast stuff, but most people know me from the books.
I'm Steve Wetherill, probably the opposite. Podcaster, author guy. Probably most people know me from the podcast.
And, well, we're gonna feed a monster some poo pills.
Yes, this is what it's all about.
That is truly what it's all about. Hokey Pokey can suck it.
This is your hump day pick me up.
Okay, so I clicked on him. What's going on, buddy?
Unlike how we have to be closer to interact with this target, given the nature of this mission, I'd like a safe distance.
Oh, okay, hang on. We have to grab a giant-sized laxative from the gnomish tower in the ruined reaches, and then... Okay, we didn't grab the poo pill.
Oh,
We did not grab the... Where...
nothing's ever straightforward.
I know. This is where we get the poo pill, right?
Kicking away.
God, I miss being able to turn into a giant freaking bird at a moment's notice. That ruled.
There's an elevator outside.
There is? There is.
Hmm?
Ah ha ha, the exact sort of place you'd store giant laxatives. Or laxatives for giants, either one.
Keep those things at ground level. Very volatile, I should imagine. Do they want to give the giant a laxative because he poops minerals, apparently, like crystals? Might this giant laxative just be some TNT?
Okay, I think we just found the rocket car jump off point that we've been suspecting was here somewhere.
Little rocket jockey here. And engineering supplies, dude. Yeah, this looks all very credible.
Alright, we are going to feed this monster something to make it take a dump. There's no way around that. We're doing that. We also
Yes.
might have to come back and talk to this cowboy afterward.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see. The ruined reaches. Is that somewhere we've been? I've known that. Are we showing our
Ruined
usual
reaches?
levels of skill?
Yeah, I think so. It's just telling me to go, try to feed the Gorman.
Okay, down the shoreline south of the secret lab. Okay, got it. Ha ha
South of
ha!
the secret, let me say.
They think they've bested us, but they didn't realize we had the secret power of reading the actual quest.
They think they've bested us, but they didn't realize they left us detailed instructions.
I mean, generally speaking, leaving
Chris.
us instructions alone is enough to just best us. It's not a high bar.
Yeah. These guys again. Maybe invisible, but I am highly visible.
Yeah.
And get much more visible than this. Angry birds.
There we go. Oh, goody. Now they're on me. Take that. And death to you all. You're gonna make me heal myself. Alright, so, as we get our bearings, a reminder that we are actually authors, and so on this we try to make a point of talking about our books for a little bit. Both
A little bit.
updates, general plugs, etc. So, Steve, how is the writing going for you, bud?
Going okay, plugging away at stuff. I've got my shingles coming out February 1st, so not long at all. That's Valley of the Sex Robots. Oh, no, sorry, Valley of the Sex Dolls. I nearly went with robots. And I believe that might be up for pre-order now. I don't know. I'm not very organized. It could very well be up for pre-order. You guys should go and see after the show. Or, bring up 2 windows. I don't know how tech savvy you are.
I mean, that's asking a lot of folks who are watching our antics, I'm sure. Alright, speaking of... Okay, we are at the southern coastline, so now we gotta find south of the secret lab. Gotcha. This way, I think. I'm not stopping for directions!
Oh, so many annoying bird things.
Feels like we probably should have done that. Just killed these things, or headed down here while we were supposed to be killing these things off anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the path to the shoreline. Gotcha. Ooh.
Headed to the beach.
Hello, herbalisms. Alright, so that is good. I have... I'm trying to think when it came out. I'm not sure if Case of the Haunted had come out when we streamed last time, or the first one since it's out. But my newest Sherman Holmes novel, the Audible Originals 5-minute Sherlock series, The Case of the Haunted House, is out on audiobook. It will be out in ebook and print in about 6 months, because that's the built-in delay for Audible Originals. But it is really great. Scott Aiello is back doing his performance. Solid reviews so far, and yeah, if you want to check it out and you've got some time to listen to some new audio stuff, why not spend it with Sherman Holmes?
Stock up.
If you're not familiar with that series, the way I would describe it is, imagine someone is the most sneeze person in the world for 5 minutes a day, and the rest of the time they are barely sane. And imagine you're the secret agent who has to deal with all of that.
It's a solid concept.
Yeah. And I'm working on Fred 7 at the moment. And actually, about, I think at the end of this week, I will have finished the 4th story in it. And so if you're familiar with the layout of a Fred novel, that is most of the book. Now, of course, still be a good delay. I have to write the 5th one, I have to rewrite, etc., edits, but yeah, I would expect that by the end of February, the rough of Fred will certainly be written.
Oh.
I think I just started a turtle fight.
Oh, that's adorable.
Now I'm gonna murder this turtle. I forgot how much I'd power leveled my my prairie dog. Well,
prairie dog.
hey! Alright, I'll catch you, turtle. What's up? We gotta go back to our WoW roots a little bit and do some animal battling.
Yeah. People want animal abuse.
That was really weird. You like phased into existence for a hot second on my screen.
I'm in the non-pet pal dimension. The lesser dimension, if you will.
I have captured a tortoise. Poor. Feels like a lot of shade. A lot of shade. I have a hunch there's some sort of quest that has us killing these things, and we're just doubling up our work.
Probably.
Alright. Looks like this way. Alright, there's the tower. I bet the poop hills are that way. You're gonna make this giant shit. That if one thing is accomplished today, it's that. So I guess outside of books, Steve, how's things going? Y'all are you've been in a lockdown for a bit now.
Yeah, I mean we had a brief reprieve. Horrible little gnomes. Me and Annette. Just had an official announcement that the kids will not be going back to school till about March, which they will love. Most of them, I'm sure. I know my one does.
Have you guys been doing remote learning? Because like over here in the States, like they've just picked back up school, but done it a lot on Zoom and stuff, depending on the district you live in.
Yeah, it's been a bit slapdash, a lot of the remote learning. It depends where you are and how good they are at it. There's kind of no official thing. Sometimes they'll just like check in on you and give you a workbook. Which, I remember being a kid. I think I once managed to smuggle a Game Boy into an actual lesson. So there's no way these kids aren't just fucking around on whatever it is they have instead of Game Boys now. The entire internet, and it's like much more tempting.
Yeah, I used to sneak like paperback books into classes and just read. After I was a fucking nerd. I probably should preface with that.
I've definitely ditched lessons to go to the library and just sit there reading a book.
Oh man, I was a librarian's aide for like an elective in middle school.
I didn't go that far.
I was like, I'm just gonna spend my time here anyway. I might as well get a class credit for it. Kind of sucked actually. Less time for reading, mostly just shelving shit.
Yeah, it sounds like you shot yourself in the foot there, really.
Yeah, well, it was something I did when I was a kid, aka not that bright.
Man, I really like coming here and not being bothered by anyone. Maybe I should make somebody here my employer. Yeah, I can see how that smashed back on you there.
But I mean, so when you say they're not going back, does that mean they're going to do remote learning continued, or are they just like cashing it in? They're like, fuck it, fuck this year,
fuck it, fuck. You guys are all stupid. You just accept it.
Oh wow, they're just doing the fucking.
Nah, they're all doing remote learning. They'll be pretty bold now. It's like, sorry, you guys are like generation dumb. We're just kind of it's like the guys before you, the guys after you, they're all are okay. You guys have a real difficult time in academia. But whatever you have instead of Game Boys, you're gonna have a real good time with it. Might not be the academic generation. When it comes to esports, you guys are going to crush it.
Hang on, let's check these boxes and everything and make sure there's not a laxative in here.
Why are these gnomes defending this laxative?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's their god?
Maybe. They're dead now. Died for a pointless reason, gnome. What have you got against giants shitting?
Oh, Mark Wilcox notes that, Steve, you've gotten a lot better at playing this. Oh god, and I've apparently just fucked up riding an elevator, so we're all going in our own direction.
You're saying that because I got on an elevator twice so far correctly. Oh, no, and I just fell down one. I've just ruined my streak.
I got a laxative. They're up here. The
Great.
gold, Steve. There's gold in the hills.
Precious treasure these gnomes died for. Okay.
It's in the box. Did you just drop a chicken?
I have a chicken that's following me around. It didn't like fall out of me or anything.
Did you get the laxative?
I have the laxative. This is go.
Alright, now we just have to stealth past. Wait. Why can't we just go the way we came?
I suppose because that leaves more people alive? I don't know.
I mean,
Chicken out.
we're mercenaries, not assassins. We're not getting paid per the head. Yet.
It's true. Providing a public service here.
Wow, I just got really genuinely stopped by a sand dune.
Up, chicken. We're running away.
Oh man. Yeah, things are pretty consistent over here. We've just sort of been in lockdown the whole time, so nothing really changed.
Yeah. It's dull. A while now.
It is. I think I mentioned I'd picked up the infusing hobby. Oh, you know what show I started watching as like a weird blast from the past and have genuinely been enjoying the heck out of is BattleBots. They brought it back, or I don't know if they went away or what, but like there's a new version of it where it's treated like actual like boxing matches and stuff. It's fucking fun.
Now, I don't know if BattleBots is your version of Robot Wars. I assume so.
Is that robots that are built and then fight each other to knockout or judgment? Wow, we're just lying to this guy. It's a special chocolate rock. Well, you're gonna make a chocolate rock, isn't that the whole...
Special chocolate rock.
Alright, I'm gonna read the text on this one. On just this one. Gormangon eyes the laxative with suspicion, then sniffs it. With visible irritation, he begins smushing and molding the laxative into the shape of a goblin. Expect your little green friends are putting you up to no good. Please explain to them that we giants are not to be toyed with. To demonstrate his point, Gormagon twists the head off the chocolatey goblin statue before handing it back to you. Damn it, I thought he ate it. I thought this was going to be me reading about him pooping.
Oh.
Alright, well we gotta go yell at a goblin.
Well, small consolation prize, I suppose.
Go kill those evil goblins and then trick a sentient creature into shitting its pants. Who's the evil goblin in this story again?
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, it was a no-go, literally. Oh.
Oh, we get to shrink down to rat size. Alright, we're going full Alice in Wonderland on that. I'm gonna shrink after I turn in my other quest.
Speak up. Excellent work.
Shrinky time.
I think
Shall we?
I'm ready.
Woo!
Oh, shrink down my bird as well, but my chicken's still the same size. Ah, terrifying.
Oh god, oh no! I guess we have to get to him in 3 minutes. That's the challenge. Are you on a mount?
Voyage. Yeah, I got shrank with the mount. I don't know.
I don't love that this chicken is just staying. This chicken's really flexing now that it has the height advantage.
Chickens are evil, mate. If they're bigger than us, they destroy us all.
I love that after he warned us, hey, don't screw around. We're going back in tinier, more crushable forms.
I assume this is leading up to some kind of fantastic voyage thing, where we have to somehow make him poop from the inside.
God, you might be right. If we enter an instance inside this thing's mouth, I'm gonna applaud. I'm gonna fucking applaud.
I'm not sure of any stealth I have by being this tiny is negated by the giant clucking chicken I've got following me around.
God, this is taxing, man. God, I wish I had my flying ability right now. It probably. Oh wait, it's turned us into rats, I guess. Weird. Oh no, I'm just shapeshifted. That's what it is. All right, you scared? Yeah, he recognizes me.
Yeah. Doesn't seem at all astonished by this. Though I get the impression these goblins have been trying the same bullshit with this guy for years.
Ah! Oh my god, we jump like hell. I'm jumping like 4 to 5 times my body height at least.
Ant-Man principles. He doesn't
Alright,
seem overly...
we're doing the Thanos. Ah! 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 Alright, I failed you. I failed you, world.
What you tried? What we're supposed to do? Are we supposed to sort of just stand in awkward silence now?
Yeah, I feel like we're just running out the clock at this point.
So I know you guys are trying to crawl into my ass. I can see you.
You got crystals up there? Well,
He wasn't scared.
oh,
Why wasn't he scared?
ah, okay. Perhaps we should have read the quest.
Ah,
Apparently, we were
quest is
supposed
the
to
least
ride
favorite
rats
part.
over there. That's why it sucked so
I
much.
see.
What's up?
And that's why we can't kill the rats. It's all coming together.
Look around.
All right, now. Oh God. Okay, this is actually pretty fun.
Nice. Now we're talking.
Hell yeah. Woo!
I felt so free.
This kind of rules.
Bounding across the steppe on top of vermin. Yeah, this guy. Squeak, apparently. Oh, he's not happy with that.
Did he just kill our rats?
You stomped on this pretty good there, yeah.
Oh, yep, that's a rat corpse. That's 2 rat corpses.
Oh, no. Yeah, they are. They're dead.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Are they following you? No, that's your chicken.
yeah, they're dead. They
They're
got
dead.
absolutely crushed by that giant. Guess we sort of scared him. Evoked a response.
I trained these rats. Each of them 10 years. They're like my children.
What's the word on the street?
Where are my rats?
See you around, friend.
Oh god, I had to take a sip of water for that one. Alright. We have not forgot about you, rocket car people. We're coming back for you.
Definitely.
Run along now.
Really just sacrificed those rats.
Yeah, just
No one
to
even mentioned it.
accomplish very little.
Hmm.
Well, we have a few other quests in the area that we could definitely go mess with. Or we could see about this rocket car situation.
Yep.
I love right where we're going. Oh, let's see. And as you know, folks, while we're doing this, we take your questions from the Discord on our Patreon, the Discord Ushin questions, where, you know, have a little more room to sit and chat about topics as opposed to during the game. So moving through here, wanted to grab one for today. Let's see. Have you ever realized after you wrote a character that they closely resembled someone that you know? And if so, what did you do about that? My favorite example is, of course, that Thunder is me making fun of myself when I was younger for a lot of it. Not a perfect lineup, of course. Sadly, not the secret son of a corporate billionaire, but,
That'd be handy.
Yeah. But I am loud, so that's accurate.
Yo!
And let's be honest here, too much. I'm going to say the Ogrimmar Rocket Gateway, because we can fly back from Ogrimmar.
Yeah.
All right.
Glad I could help.
Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell
Oh, nice.
Hell yes!
Right.
This is exactly what I wanted it to be.
Oh, this is joyful.
This is awesome.
Just a cow on a rocket cycle. Like nature intended.
Like God intended. Alright. Hey, we got a quest down here. Wait, how would we get back up? Is there a elevator?
On the elevator.
Oh, okay, good. Like, I'll jump down, but I want to be able to do more rockety stuff. Oh, yeah, so Thunder was one where I made fun of myself, but for the most part, I'm pretty strict about not incorporating anything that looks too much like a person I know, because I write under my own name, and that would be really weird.
Yeah.
And uncomfortable.
Yep. Definitely sort of when I'm writing
Yeah?
someone,
What do you want?
maybe
Yo.
the face or the mannerisms of someone I actually
Gotta
know
go.
will flavor the character, but
Yeah, like, I
Just,
will steal a couple of lines
Hit the
or, like, an
road.
affectation, but, like,
Molded.
I mean, hell, I think in Bones of the Past, that just came out like a month ago, actually. God, I've had so many books come out. In that one, there was a line that Tori uses that is just straight up from one of my editors that she used to say a lot. And so, when I wrote it, I said to her, I was like, I think I have to ask you for clearance on this one. But, like, yeah, that's the extent to which I avoid creating things too much like people I know. What is this?
Yeah.
What is this one? Radiant nuts. Okay. Stonified miner delivered.
Radiant up. Under impatient.
Collect a stonified mountain miner from the mountain strip of the mine. Okay. Where is the mine? Oh, hell with it. Let's just go kick some basilisk ask and stuff.
Sure. What's these robots again?
What's up, fellow druid? Nope. He did not respond to the traditional hello druid call. Oh.
Starting to think he wasn't even a real druid.
Oh, but apparently we needed to kill those? I don't know.
Yeah,
It said-
sure.
Yeah, sure. Hey, did you just wantonly kill something? We're gonna reward that. We like that. That's good behavior. So how about you, Steve?
In reference to the last question, I'm trying to think if there's ever been a time where I thought that's a little bit too close to somebody's mannerisms or sayings, but no, not really. I tend to kind of mix and match. I worked as a barman in Corby for years, so the fact that I write fantasy comedy is like, no, I have a raft of strange characters and with strange language affectations I can borrow from. It's like, I should invent some weird kind of fantasy dialects. No, I'll just use the insult that guy shouted at me when I was when I didn't get his drink fast enough.
Yeah, that one you get to take with you.
Find somewhere to offload a load of junk.
I'm trying to I don't really stick to real places that much. Like, even if I use a real, like a real city, which I very rarely do, I think 5 Minute Sherlock is one of the only ones I have, I will make sure to add fictional landmarks and stuff, just to be like, yes, I know that I'm using a real geography, but just to be clear, this is still a fictional world.
Yeah. Same. I'll frequently use places from my past and as location templates. Again, yeah, I'm writing fantasy, and I grew up in Tolkien country, so convenient.
I've occasionally thought about writing like about a small town, because I did grow up in one of those. Oh, I don't know if I was supposed to do that. That's gonna blow up.
If I ever wanted to write anything in an English private school, some background for that.
Yes, listeners to the podcast will know about that.
Yeah, but I probably never will, because it just end up being really depressing.
Listeners to the podcast could have also guessed that.
Oh, it's Harry Potter, but much sadder. And yeah, Hill and Dale and stuff. But definitely, I used to drive around in a van. There's certain places that England's kind of, the Midlands is quite crowded, but you can sort of go off the beaten track and take a couple of left turns and just be in this weird, isolated village. They've all got strange names. I think I used the name Soul Drop in a book, because it sounds like something that was made up for a fantasy novel.
Yeah, that is a nice, like, good fantasy novel name.
But it was yeah, just a real place I kind of wound up in. My delivery man journeys.
Yeah, the thing about growing up in a small town is there is not a lot to write about. It was pretty boring.
I like a low-budget train spotting, I guess.
There's a reason
My
a lot
town,
of people use those as like settings for murder mysteries, because you have to add murder to spice that up. Otherwise, it's just walk into the 7-Eleven and praying to God something other than a Walmart opens. Or if you're a really small town, praying to God a Walmart opens.
Yeah.
I've been there, man. I've been in the pre-Walmart time.
Always a smaller fish.
My town was so small and shitty. We had a coffee shop that opened my senior year of high school, and the town council targeted and like just destroyed that fucking thing with fines because they had the gall to stay open until 12 midnight.
How dare you? That's when Jesus sleeps.
It was fucking. Do you remember in Footloose the town of the really small shitty place Beaumont that bans dancing?
Yeah.
Beaumont was the big city near us.
Oh god.
Like if you were going to a mall, you're like, oh no, let's drive to Beaumont and go to the good one.
But band dancing, I heard. It's like band dancing today. We didn't even have dancing.
Yeah. Ironically enough, that became the place you had to go in like around college time when I was back if you wanted to go to a club scene. It's like, yeah, you have to go to Beaumont because, like, Nederland didn't have clubs. Nederland had bars for drinking, for getting fucked up at the end of your day.
Yeah.
I do hear they have like added a lot more stuff. It's weird going back now because it's like, what the hell? You guys have chain restaurants? Fuck you.
Sellouts.
Is that a Starbucks? They murdered our coffee shop and you get a Starbucks. It's like when I go to
used to be
Lubbock
an
and it's not a
empty
dry
lot.
camp. Say what?
This used to be an empty lot. How dare you?
It's like when I go to Lubbock and it's not a dry county anymore, and I'm like, I mean, I'm happy for you all, but also fuck you a little bit. Holy God! That thing can charge!
This is a weakened stag. He didn't look very weak to me.
Yeah. Well, he's dead now.
It's too far
Oh, man.
away.
I lost
Right,
track
let's try
lost
that.
track of us on discussion questions. We got from this small town.
And that was have you ever written a character based on anyone? Or,
Yeah. Yes. And so the
or
answer was
inadvertently done so.
pretty strongly no, with the exception of one making fun of myself, which feels like a bit of a walk around.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I will probably more often make fun of certain aspects of my own personality within a character. Where do you go? Where are we going?
I'm
A
gonna just
robot
head
now,
toward the
what are we
number
doing?
one thing and see what's up about that. At the very least, we can turn shit in. We have to find a stone miner.
Child or either one in the world of Warcraft.
What am I looking for? What's supposed to be in here? What is this number one? Where is the Stone Mountain Miner? And where is Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Quickly! Quickly!
There's some basilisks.
On your way!
Alright, we punched some basilisks.
Makes sense!
Get to the strip mine, Dr. Moostry.
Careful out there.
Oh.
Shaken.
I think we missed something
Probably
while we
where
were
you
there,
find the mines.
probably.
Probably.
I'm just gonna
Maybe.
go harvest these herbs. You. Let's see. Do we want to go in the strip mine, or do we want to take another ride on the rocket car?
Quick
Rocket car. Sorry about your friends! Best of luck!
let me know how that works out for you.
Oh god, oh god, oh I got pinned.
Yeah.
Reality broke for a second.
We do not have a lot of luck with elevators.
We do not. Let's see. Which food has the better, or which holiday has the better food? Mardi Gras versus Valentine's Day. That feels like pandering to me, because is that even really a contest?
I don't even know what food Valentine's has. Chocolate?
Champagne and chocolate-covered strawberries, which are both good.
Time is money,
Yeah.
friend!
Let's see what Gallywix is. That has a funny sounding name.
Alleywakes.
Keep it real!
It always weirds me out when the goblins tell me to keep it real. But yeah, so Mardi Gras, I mean, is definitely going to win for me. Although, I guess to be fair, there are only so many like foods associated with it. I mean, it's associated with indulgence in general. You can sort of claim almost anything really decadent and good as a Mardi Gras food, but even past that, I am natively from New Orleans, and I had a lot of family there, so I have experienced well,
What is this shit?
this sucks.
A
Just
rocket? It's that fucking goblin.
So I grew up loving king cake and stuff.
King cake is.
There's a lot of filled versions, but is this a different one than we left? Traditionally, it's like a cinnamon cake. It's round, and it has an icing. It's like green, purple, and yellow, or gold, the traditional Mardi Gras colors. And then now there are a lot more versions of it that are filled now. You can get like chocolate and fruit and cream cheese and stuff, but to me the original is just that cake with the icing on top. Oh, and there's a plastic baby baked inside. I forgot about that. I should add that.
What?
Yeah, there.
That seems like something you should have started with.
I forgot about that. So yeah, so there's a plastic baby baked inside, and on top of being a choking hazard, it's also part of a tradition where if your piece has the plastic baby, then you need to bring the next king cake.
What's up?
So it's sort of like a shitty lottery.
Somebody's going to have to join the dots on that one for me. You got the baby next time, you have to bring the cake. What? How does that?
I'm
train of
pretty
logic
sure
there?
it's baby Jesus in the metaphor, which probably only makes things weirder.
You choked on the Jesus fetus. You
Yeah.
got to bring the next cake.
Oh, Jesus choked you out. You owe him a cake.
Like that kind of makes sense. You deliberately choking people out. I guess you get to set the rules.
But I'll expand that a little bit. What holiday has your favorite food associated? So, like, in the same way that you could really do a lot for Christmas, but there's only so many dishes that are only Christmas.
True.
Like, I'll say Christmas tree cakes, which is a bit of a stretch, but is also fucking delicious, and I'll stand by that shit. Also, eggnog. I love eggnog, and that's kind of a Christmas one.
Christmas is a big contender there. It's a big
Yeah.
food one. I'm going to throw Easter into the ring. Over here, we might have a lamb dinner or a ham dinner, and then too much chocolate, which is always, it's not always a good thing. It can be a very bad thing for your teeth and other reasons. But in the moment, and you're eating chocolate eggs larger than your head, it's great.
Oh, man,
Always
Oh, good.
Always fondly remember being a child and just eating way more chocolate than perhaps any being should. Just thinking, why is my face burning? Is that what happens normally when you eat chocolate? Never did work out why that happened, but you eat a lot of chocolate, your face starts burning. Apparently. That's just me. Maybe I should see a doctor about it.
I mean, I've had that happen. I've had the meat sweats, but I don't know. Maybe I just haven't gone that deep on chocolate. I was gonna say
Maybe not.
I would say one of my best contenders is also sort of the hardest to justify because 4th of July has a great menu. I mean, it's always gonna have it has barbecue and grilling and beers outdoors and all that stuff. But the thing is, nothing it has is like exclusive to it. But I mean, it's gonna be a good eating time, especially down here in Texas, where barbecue is generally treated as the way to celebrate everything.
There's a lot to be said for a grill and an icebox. You don't really have to get too fancy with it, and it's still great.
Oh no! Although I have been mixing in, so I've been sous videing my meats before I grill them lately, and man, fucking incredible.
Have to explain the process to us Philistines, Drew.
So, I don't notice as much on a steak. I think for steaks I enjoyed the reverse sear better, where you do it in an oven, even if it's a little less precise. But for a sous vide, you take a machine and you let's go to
Hey, how
the
you
Southern
doing?
Rocket Terminus, Southern Rocketway Terminus. I think that's where we can go kill those
Have a
fish
good
people
one.
and finish things out.
Good.
Woo! So what it does is
This
you
is great.
vacuum seal a meat or a protein or whatever you want to cook, and you put it in a water bath at a sous vide machine, which used to be really expensive, but now they have like these little ones that you can just stick in a pot. The sous vide machine will hold the water at a constant temperature, like within a degree. So what it means is you can cook things at a really precise temperature in a way that you can't do basically any other method. And you cook them slow and careful, and you keep like the moisture and everything in. So I use it to make a pork loin, and pork loins, I feel like no matter what I do, they come out dry and shitty. It's just like the nature of them. It feels like even when other people cook them, but I sous vide it, and then
Oh god.
then I finish it off in a really hot ass pan to get the crust, and man, it is incredible. It's like fucking juicy and tender, and I love pork loin now because it can be cooked properly.
Something to consider there.
Oh yeah.
I've always like never been a fan of pork specifically for that reason, so there you go.
Oh man, it's a game changer. I've used it to poach eggs and found like I can so easily poach a damn egg now.
Well, I laugh, but I've never successfully poached an egg.
It's a trick. You have to get white vinegar in the water. You have to get it just to the point of boiling without boiling it. And then you have to swirl the water into a vortex. Then you have to crack the egg into the middle of the vortex. And then you have to eyeball it and scoop it. It's a rigmarole.
Yeah, I usually just end up with a cloudy mess.
Yeah. But I found this way where you can poach them in the shell and then crack them out onto the plate. And it looks cool, and they come out perfect every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also, creme brulee.
that's been it.
Very easy creme brulee recipe. I've been
Feel like
fucking
I've
around
been
my infuser a lot, if you can't tell.
But you're learning new things in lockdown.
Oh yeah,
That's
I mean,
good.
so I got this as a gift like a year or so ago, and part of my lockdown process has been, all right, I'm gonna try to learn to use like some of the tools that I have accumulated through the years.
Yeah. Now I feel bad for not learning anything at all.
As you should. That's what this is all about. Okay. But yeah, I mean, honestly, as much as I have found the use in it, I would say if you cook, a sous vide machine is worth it. You can get one for around like $100, which, I mean, isn't great, but for a kitchen utility is not terrible.
Yeah, if you get a few years out of it.
I would recommend springing for one that's slightly more expensive, and I don't want to necessarily say brand names because I'm not sure like if it's specific to that one, but there are different versions of them, and most kind of clamp to the edge of your pot. But the problem is that sort of limits what pots you have that can be used for it. So I would recommend getting ones with a magnetic base that can be damped down into the base of the pot, and it'll just stand upright on its own, because that allows for like so much more versatility in the cooking.
Also, you shouldn't mention brands because none of them suckers are paying us
Not yet.
to shield their products. Although this is the most comprehensive breakdown on that kitchen utensil I've ever heard, so they should be sponsoring us.
I'm sad that they have not been yet. Ridiculous, frankly. Oh my god, how many of these guys are there? Hey, stop hitting me.
Always crack. They always look a little bit like angry toddlers.
Oh, I actually have to heal. Here you go, bud.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna push this guy off a cliff. I got up there.
There, I give you a head start. There we go. All right.
Any
I don't know
puppet
if time
that's
for
murdering
probably
these
one more
guys?
Discord Ushin question. Let's see. First off, from Die Free, they requested a fuck you to Toby, their beloved 19-old cat who is now torturing souls in hell. Well, fuck you, Toby, and fuck you to all the mice who Toby's making suffer.
Fuck Toby, and yeah, I guess fuck the eternal souls of those
Toby's in cat heaven, and those
evil
mice
mice,
are
I
in mice
assume.
hell.
Yeah, I think that's how it works. Yeah, they were evil mice. Toby is a good cat, as far as cats can be good.
I mean, I don't know what the deal with cats have with the afterlife. I'm sure they've got a hookup. I
I reckon they have like a neutral pass.
Yeah, they were revered as gods of the underworld for so long. It's like you feel like there's got to be some professional courtesy there.
Yeah, I would assume so.
And then their question. No, that was the one we had already taken. I just forgotten to do that one. Ah, there we go. Do you have distraction asked? Do you have any scenarios that pull you out of suspension of disbelief?
Oh, I'm pretty good ignoring stuff. I used to point out to my friends, like watching kung fu movies, all the wires and stuff, and I always kind of knew a bit about behind the scenes goss, so I'd point out what trick they were using, and that never was a suspension of disbelief breaker for me, oddly enough. Never sort of pulled me out at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. It's hard for me not to try and get a little bit ahead of the plot, just by virtue of thinking about plot a lot by the nature of my hobby and profession. But so I guess really bad plotting can take me out of it a little bit. Like, oh god, like that's the laziness you guys are doing. But by the same token, when I, like, part of the way I know something's really doing a good job is if I'm completely immersed and forget to think about that stuff.
Yeah. Pretty good at just silencing that part of my head and enjoying what's going on. Thinking too hard about it and just going along for the ride.
Yeah, it's how much it draws me in. Because if I'm really digging something, I'm not, like, noticing those holes as much. Because I'm kind of just along for the ride. But if I'm bored, then my brain's like, well, we gotta pick this shit apart.
Kind of unearned emotion or eye-rolling sort of dialogue or moral grandstanding in a work. You know, if it's natural and it's within confines of it, but if I'm suddenly at a situation where this character's sacrificing himself bravely and I'm like, why don't I give a shit about this? Oh, it's because you haven't built this up at all or made me care about this character. You think you can just sort of paint a few lines of dialogue about what you want this character to be, and I'll just buy into that, and I haven't. So now now I see your mistake, and you've pulled me out of it. But yeah, so I think that unearned emotional payoffs, and something's happening, and I'm clearly supposed to feel a certain way, and I'm not. I'm like, you're kind of like trying to cheap out on that there.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that one. I feel like the end of the first Suicide Squad is one that jumps to mind for me on that one for some reason, of just like where is this emotion from Harley coming from? It hasn't been here in the rest of this movie.
It was Admiral Holdo, I think, for me in Star Wars. It's like, oh yeah, that was a really cool effect, and you ignoring the fact that it breaks the logic of the entire franchise so far. That was a really cool effect. I also thought, am I supposed to feel something here? Because I did not like Captain Holdo. I don't think we were supposed to like Admiral Holdo. Just thought, maybe put somebody we actually cared about in the pilot seat of that spaceship. But that was like 2/3 of the way into the movie, so it didn't bum me out that much.
Alright, we gotta go kill another person to kill.
Kill another kill guy.
I'm out of range.
80 Vesper.
I'm trying to think of anything else. Like, oh, I do. So I will give a movie a pass if they like ignore an obvious solution. Just be like, all right, fine, suspension of disbelief. A character didn't think of it. That's okay. Because just because a solution exists doesn't mean the character has the capacity to find it. But it does piss me off if if taking the vans in whatever hypothetical heist would be an easy fix, and they just ignore that. But then later on, they're like, oh, okay, we'll take the vans after everything's gone. It's like, what the fuck? Fuck you. You don't get to pretend that option isn't there when it would be handy, and then use it as a fallback now that everything's gone to shit.
Yeah, we need to forget about this so a cool thing can happen.
Yeah. We have to forget someone has the, ability to remember it later. Like, if you're gonna forget, fine, but you have to leave it off the table.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of movies that do that in order for... It's like, this needs to happen so the movie can happen. And it's not real life. You can kind of forgive it, but at the very least, just sort of ignore it so the rest of the movie can happen. I don't know. Sometimes that annoys me, sometimes it doesn't. It really just depends how well it's handled, I guess.
All right, we have successfully killed them, people.
All those guys.
All right. How about instead of fighting our way back, we just take a Hearthstone?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of bored of the rockets now.
We finally found
They
the
were fun and all.
rockets, so we're done with them.
I've experienced those now.
All dopamine from them is gone.
It can be destroyed.
All right.
Come on.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah,
We're back to the old. For now, folks, I think that's going to wrap us up for this episode of the Adventure Brodeo. We'll be back next week, and I think we're going to branch out from the WoW and go try some other stuff again. So you will have to see what we have in store next week on Adventure Brodeo. Until then, bye!
See ya.